Make sure you move the mic up next time. Oh, I have a speech somewhere. I was talking to a lot of the inductees outside. We were asking about time of speech. And Coach Daffler said in the letter it had to be 3 to 5 minutes. And they were all like, yeah, we're under 3 to 5 minutes. And I just kind of shook my head. So I'm going to apologize ahead of time if I go a little longer. I'm going to try not to, because I know it's all based on how long this is. It's the speakers and how long they go. And everyone's going to probably do a pretty good job. But I'm going to try and keep it as close as I can. First of all, let me thank the committee and the people who put this event together. I think that all the nominees tonight, any nominee that's been through this day, that was a pretty special day. It was nice to be able to go down, have the tent set up for us, watch the football team who's really turned it around. It was really impressive. It's really, really awesome to see. So that was a lot of fun today. It's really fun to be back here. I get to come here quite a lot. I live right in town in Newcastle, and I'm at a lot of men's basketball games. But anytime I do, I just feel like I never left. It just feels like you just move right into another day on campus, and it's really nice to be back here. Kevin noted that I teach special ed in Girard. A lot of my kids, they may have some learning disabilities, but they're very observant. So one student comes up to me and says, hey coach, saw you're getting into the Westminster Hall of Fame. I said, yeah. I said, it's going to be a good day. And he said, oh, so you were a pretty good player. I said, yeah, I was okay. So he says, well, Emily Ackerman, she was pretty good too. And I said, yeah, she was really good. Same year as you, right? And I said, yeah, same year. And he goes, so you weren't even the best player in your own class. And I looked at him, I said, well, probably right, mate. Really a good player. He goes, and she wore number 20 too. And I said, well, yeah. And he goes, so you weren't even the best number 20. Emily and I were joking today. We took a little picture, I think it was senior year. It was a 20/20 vision picture. And I remember standing there thinking, I'm not even the best number 20. So that will humble you a little bit. My Aunt Beth Natal Stanley was inducted in 2002. And it's not even like I'm my own family member. So a lot of things have humbled me as I feel good about myself. My family, obviously, is everyone in here can agree your family is the most important thing to you. And it is the reason why I came here. Obviously, and anyone in here that has been recruited knows there's a lot of schools trying to pull you different ways. And the reason I came so close to home was my family. I wanted them to share in this experience that I was having. And a lot of them are here tonight. I'm going to run through the ones that are here. Obviously, my mom and dad, all parents in here should get a big pat on the back tonight because the money, the support, and my mom will tell you sometimes even the criticism. And now that she heard that my locker was as dirty as she'll probably get on me about that. But those kind of things, at times they were maybe tough on me when it wasn't always easy, and they were tough on me when they needed to be. But all parents need just a pat on the back tonight because I can't imagine the money and the time and the support they did. And I have two sisters, and more than anything else, they loved us and tried to share in our successes. So I have to thank them tonight because that's all you can really ask for. My two sisters who aren't here, one's in Florida going to graduate school, and another one that's at Ohio State. They couldn't be here tonight. They call me the golden child. I don't know why. I don't think anyone favors me. But I am the oldest grandson of 12 grandkids. But no matter what, I got texts from them both today. They always have my back. I have a million aunts and uncles. I don't know if you've met all of them. My Uncle Mike, who, if you've ever watched our game film, and Coach Ondeko will attest to this, we've caught Uncle Mike on film a few times, jumping up and down, and he even fell down once. I think it was against Bethany. He would drive from Detroit. He was the biggest fan of all of our teams. Somehow he got here from Detroit in like an hour and a half a couple times. I'm not going to get into how. It wasn't flying. But I appreciate him coming into town anytime he could. My Uncle Jack was always quiet. He doesn't say much, but he was always very supportive of my career. He came in tonight from Baltimore with Mike. I always appreciated his support. My Aunt Betsy was always there for any event I had. She was the loudest fan that Westminster had from 2004 to 2008. She made me big scrapbooks so I can remember my career and remember everything that I did. And I always treasure that because maybe someday I'll forget something, and in those scrapbooks I'll be able to go ahead and look back and remember what we as a team and things we're able to accomplish. So all that time she put into that, I just appreciate all that and the support that she gave. My Aunt Jamie and Michael are here now. My Aunt Jamie's only 5 years older than me. She was in kindergarten when she became an aunt. So really she had a little brother. If she wasn't my best friend, she was one of them. It was just, she was, Jay, were you in college when I was here? Were you in grad school or started teaching, I think? Yeah, so she was, it's weird, she was in grad school when I was in college, so we had a lot of time on our hands. And, she always used to joke that when I wanted Taco Bell, I would call her because she would buy for me. So, you know, it was just an example for me growing up, and she married a guy that I look up to as what someone who's a husband and a dad should be, and it's fun to see them raising their kids, and it's just nice to have someone that close in age to me that I can look up to. My grandma's here, Grammy's here. My grandpa's been in a hospital with a bad back. He's okay. He's just he's just a little miserable. So my grandma's been trying to deal with him the last few days, so I'm glad she got out of the house. She's the reason I am the basketball fan that I am. When I was in high school, she would come pick me up. And we'd go to all games all over the WPIAL. And we'd go watch these high school basketball games. And I just always enjoyed that with them. It's a thing that I'll remember the rest of my life. And then we go to Bright Hot Dogs after, and they buy me hot dogs down in the Beaver Valley. So I'm glad she was here tonight. My grandpa was the loudest supporter for Union, that's for sure. For Westminster, he started to trail off. He doesn't always like big crowds, but I knew he was there for me. And we are who we are as a family, all these people, because of them. You know, without those two people being who they are, none of us would be who we are. And then there's my Uncle Mark, who coached me. He's not here tonight, but he was my coach at Union. A good athlete in his own mind, and he always lets me know that. Don't let anyone else here know that. He was a really, remember that, please. My Uncle Mark was a really good athlete. But he motivated me in ways I didn't get until I was older. And I'm glad that he was able to coach me. I wish he was here tonight so I could tell him that, because sometimes I don't think he gets that I do really appreciate it, even though he didn't always show me in the best ways. Then there was my Aunt Trish, who always kept things light and found ways for me to smile. My in-laws, my father-in-law, mother-in-law. I started dating Marissa when I was a senior. It's actually their birthday today, same birthday on the same day, so happy birthday to them. Sorry it had to be at my Hall of Fame. But obviously my sister-in-law, brother-in-law, Jamie and Jamie, and then Mark and Maria Asson. It's just nice that I pretty much got a second family for my senior year. When I was going for that record and trying to get it, and they came down to see as many games as I could, so it's like I added a second family. And I appreciate everything they've done and for raising the daughter that they raised, because I'm lucky to have her. Larry Ondako, my coach. Yeah, my locker was dirty, that's for sure. But no matter what, he stuck by me. What I like most about Larry and his wife Bess is now we have a relationship outside of basketball. He's one of my good friends. We golf together. I'm able to go to Larry for anything, and I think anyone in this room can say that. Larry's just a good guy who knew that basketball and coaching was more about the relationships that you had. So I appreciate that about him. Greg Rossatelli's here, who I know he's looking at his watch. He's such, I know, I'm going along, Greg, it's your part, okay? Good friend, great player, not the easiest to play with. There are times I really wanted to kill him, but overall it was fun to have him. And then there are two guys on campus that don't get the recognition they deserve too often, and that's Dr. Huey and Scott Reniger. These are two guys that, my freshman year, I wasn't doing the things I needed to do. And some people probably wrote me off and just thought, well, he's just some kid that's not really gonna make it, we won't see him. And those two guys made sure that my family and me understood what needed to happen, and even when things weren't easy, they made it easy for me. So I need to give them recognition as well, because they are the reason why Westminster is the way it is. And that's Dr. Huey and Scott Reniger. I thank you for everything. And then last but not least, my beautiful wife Marissa, who was bearing with the heat today. I give her credit, all the credit in the world with being 8 months pregnant. She had no choice but to be a basketball wife. She started dating me my senior year. No matter what happens, good or bad, she says the right things. And they always say behind every man is a good woman. Every good man's a good woman, and I have the greatest in the world. And I'm just lucky that I get to spend all this time with her and be with her. She really is the best she is. She got hired in Girard 2 years after I do as a special ed teacher, and everybody in Girard already liked her more than me within a week. So I guess I did something right with marrying her, so thank her for that. It's an honor to represent this college as a Hall of Famer, but the greatest title that I'll ever have is being a Westminster Titan, and I will cherish that for the rest of my life. More than anything else, I'm so proud to say I was a Westminster Titan. So thank you. I'm sorry if I went long, Greg. You can stop your stopwatch now, all right? Thank you again very much. It's an honor. Thank you.